unbelievable stuff.
Trust me.
Can't even handle how great it was. All right, Ramses. He's playing the Magnus. It's happening.
Is this a permanent thing now? This 1 minute thing? Strategy time? Or maybe
If
that
it is, I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't hate it either. I guess that was still shorter than the ones at TI, wasn't it?
This is how Nahaz is going to get invited to every event this year.
That's
you just
right.
wait and see. Minute of stats. The new feature.
All right, beautiful. So looks like laning. We'll have a Roger currently heading top. That makes sense. Bane to help protect the PL. And Blizzy will be on the Necrophos with Chu in the bottom lane. No way to really deal with the trees early on down bottom. Make that the trees or the treants, I suppose, as well. But how is top going to go? You are a Nature's Prophet, so currently right-clicking for 60 damage against Alina, who attacks very slow. So that could be a slight problem for Roger and Ramses. It can be very irritating to be harassed by the treants over and over, but Empower will help with that. Oh,
this is cool. I was about to sort of be like, man, I wish that FN would have brought a Quelling Blade with him, but he's actually just doppelgangering to do it. He clears out that whole...
Oh, yeah, there I was. That's what I was thinking. I was just saying, like, yeah, I don't really have a way to do it, and yet here he goes. Just that is pretty cool. It means they should still be able to contest for Rune. Maybe they're just... I mean, they have a Bane, so I'm sure it's fine.
The tree got past him, though. I think he was trying to do it to reveal the tree also, like hoping that he was going to be able to get him in time, but he obviously doesn't. And FN can take out this other stash show him, but we'll see. The other thing to watch for, I was watching a game the other day where it was like a Mirana that bought a Quelling Blade to clear out the trees. Like, it's so valuable.
Yeah,
but
and
this means he can hold
that's
off.
actually brutal. That is really cool.
Do it in your pubs, folks.
And like being forced to play on that other side sucks. That's Treant. It is way worse.
Does having Doppelganger level 1 hurt FN at all?
It's definitely worse than any of his other two choices. Like Lance would have been better or Rush would have been better, but I don't think it'll really matter in the end. He is the strongest laning support in a Bane.
Okay.
And like, what hurts more? The fact that you have the skill, or it hurts the Treant's ability to actually harass you because all of those are missing. Even though he just gets instantly a root into deny, so Chu unfazed here.
Joke's on you, butthead. Take my trees away. And he is just going to run it solo. We talked about the bullying potential from the Bane. It is the true bully, the Treant Protector. Well, maybe not. And they're going to take out more trees. He's actually just killing all the trees with Doppelganger.
Yeah, it makes Treant just completely worthless. It's so frustrating to play as Tree in these situations, especially when you already skilled up the Q. Like, now, if I'm playing against a PL and I ever see him doing this, he had already skewed it the first time he saw it, but I think if game 2 happened and they picked PL versus Treant, I bet you he would just take Leech Seed and just play in lane the whole time, because he'd know that this would be coming.
Wow. All of them dead. And it's actually like
the only place he can sit.
And now he also gets the Quelling Blade too, so he can keep the trees taken down. God, cool stuff. Top lane, we haven't talked about it a lot. Spectre so far not getting a ton of CS. 3-0 versus the 7-3 on the Magnus. And this is just what you can kind of expect. The Quelling Blade and power of average power damage coming out.
Watching some of this mid lane. Just kind of that equal trade back and forth. Like, it's all about the Ember burning the refractions, but then, ooh, Radiant Courier. Seneko. The Nature's Prophet impact.
No. Just come back top immediately with the TP scroll. And get back to punching them like nothing happened.
Big deal, because no one didn't have a salve sent out yet either. Yeah. So now he's sitting mid with no regen and not enough gold yet for bottle. For TPs to just come in or something instead to save him.
Yeah, Magical can trade. He's got 2 salves in his backpack and gonna be bringing out his Bassi. No one thought about going for that courier, but was not in position to go for it. So far, it's kind of looking like a farm fest. Not able to get that creep either. Ramsey.
That was deserved. Let's be honest. That was a good tip. Quality tip.
I'm so happy they're back. Like, I think that it adds so much to the game having all those tips and stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to have a little bit of personality from the players. Well, as expected, Courier dead. Lane not quite so hot. This is gonna really tilt this lane in favor of the Templar Assassin. I mean, it's already one of those ones that can get out of control quickly based off of a single kill, but a Courier snipe is the end-all be-all to lane dominance.
Yeah. Going for the denies too, so Magical really dominating this lane like you're talking about. And it's gonna be Ember coming back in. It looks like he is almost gonna be a level behind when it's all said and done. But other side of things, we can see that it is the Spectre that's the main loser in the laning phase so far. Only 10 CS, and currently just sitting on the Stout Shield and a Quelling Blade, with the Wraithband back at home and actually going to get caught by the Light Strike Ray. Crystallize gonna go down. Ramsey's drawing first blood.
Yeah, and power on both heroes. Just the freestanding LSA from Roger. And there was even a threat for a skewer there too if it was available for Ramsey. He's just holding the point for now.
Magical looking for whatever harassment he can get here onto no one. He's already been brought fairly low. Doing a good job of dodging away from the side blades. Bottom lane continuing to just be a slugfest. And FN, the one who's coming out ahead over that Blizzy Necrophos. And
Battle for the 5-man bounty runes. Should be able to take this easily from Treant. They should be able to get both in any lane where you have a Bane. But Treant will be able to grab it. The 1v1 for FN. I thought they would rotate the Bane too, but I guess they were too worried about the Necro coming from behind. But typically it's the Bane that plays aggressive for the rune, right? Because you can just Nightmare and steal it.
Just headed over to the side to hit the shrine for a moment. I guess that is a potential worry if they like go for a kill. Spectre was not close to 6. That wasn't too much of an issue of haunt play. Shockwaves are going to come in. Yeah, it's a lot of damage, all the way up to 300 on a 7-second cooldown for 90 mana. Something that is actually really hard for Crystallize to deal with on this Spectre. Just keep on going for the stick charges, but Roger, meanwhile, able to force back Seneko. Hits with the Light Strike Array. The Shockwave comes in and gets the kill.
Wow. Trying to get a harass on a Roger and just gets turned around on. I like the play because he's summoning the Treants after the Shockwave to try and get the most value out of them as he can, and then trying to harass the Lina through that, but can't allow yourself just to instantly go down after that. Yeah. As Invis Rune coming mid onto no one who doesn't have the 6 yet. Trap ready in 1.
Sleight of Fist is there, tries to get away, and we'll be able to make the play with the Remnant down. That means he can't TP back home and then come back into lane. So another win here for Magical on this Templar Assassin. Does look like there aren't any stacks that have been built up on the Ancients as of yet. Most of the attention has been just trying to hold these lanes in a comfortable position, but
maybe go for doing it herself though.
Okay.
Blizzy, Nightmared up. Quite a bit of damage down here.
Did have that quick charge.
There we go.
Rotation from the Ember. And that should be enough.
Oh, at the same time, Ramses gets the kill on Seneko up top.
I think Mag is actually like secretly very, very good. Like, people don't talk about him a ton, but this hero, like empowering other heroes, as well as just having a pretty decent laning stage. Crystallize trying to chase with this. They're going to TP in, able to find him. And again, just trading hits with Seneko, continuing to lay into him. Ramses has stick charge, another Shockwave as well. Hits there onto one. Skewer is available, punches both of them, gets the final couple of right clicks. Does have eventual kill coming back the other direction.
Very nice. It is a 4x streak given over to Crystallize though. But a Mag is just, oh, is no one. They have a Nightmare mid. Just gonna start going after the traps.
Yeah. Place another one behind, make sure that they can't chase for that one.
think Meg is definitely one of those offlaners that can get out of control. I think of like a Beastmaster or something that like if he gets a couple kills early, he just has so much pressure that he can keep applying and really slow down your carry. But if you have like true supports or a very strong laning hero, then that's when these heroes can stop. You think about like a Life Stealer or something. This Magnus like can't even play this game. Or if it's like, you know, a decent support like a Bane or something. But you've gone for a greedier lane support like the Nature's Prophet, who he can bully those weaker heroes, but some like a Magnus with who has both spam from a spell as well as the cleave is one of the best up against Nature's Prophet, which is why they picked it. And then they also doubled down on that by going for a Spectre and not something stronger in the laning phase. So with a combination of that, that's why you see this Magnus just looking so strong. And Mag's a hero that you love to get an early start on. If you can get that one item before you your blink, it feels amazing.
Uh-oh, Roger. Hand goes up though. Need to be very careful here as Seneko again brought down to about quarter HP. Going to be forced to use that salve. Everywhere on the map is a little bit dangerous right now for Radiant. They need to keep their eyes on any rotations that could come in with a haunt play. But you do have the Bane that tried to rotate top as they pressure in the tower. It looks like they are thinking about diving for this one. Haunt's still available. They're holding on to it. Now pulling the creep wave past solo. They're going to try and keep this pressure here and give Ramses just that nice start. And
they're going on FN though.
Bottom.
He showed way too low with the scythe being ready.
And there it is. Blizzy gets the kill, gets the regen from it, and Crystallized says, all right, my lane is being dove. I need to get out of here. PL buys back?
He did the math, I guess. It's going to cost him less and get him involved.
Okay.
Instantly gets the empower and heads towards the tower.
The D ward.
Bane is quite the hero.
What a guy. Neko is looking for a courier
stole the
snipe,
bounty
I think. Okay, that
and
as
then
well.
he just ran. Yeah.
So net worth wise, you can see that. Oh, he's hiding.
Ramses?
Oh,
yeah,
he thinks he's in there. No, run away, buddy. And with the Bane in the area, that is for sure a dead guy. No one gets the kill. The games have been so clowny today, it feels like.
Oh, a little bit of goofy.
Yeah. FN just gonna walk away from there. It is 6-3, 10 minutes in. About 1,000 gold lead for NaVi. I think that they're probably pretty happy with the start that they've had. Again, the downside is sort of the stacking thing that needs to get done more. They are going to be able to get this ancient camp stacked up for the TA. Magical wanting to sort of accelerate that farm.
Yeah, I think there's a serious concern with Ramses. He is almost 4,700 gold. And now they're smoking up. They didn't bring the Lina though. So they're actually showing the Lina down bottom, which makes it seem less likely that they're actually ganking like this. Because you would think that they would want to use this level 7 Lina with like Laguna Blade or something. Maybe that'll be enough to help catch out Magical. He still seems to be a little bit suspicious though.
Yeah,
and now Solo's revealed.
Yeah, they're just sitting on top of that ward now, and Magical will play it safe. So heads up play there from NaVi, and that's what I was talking about. Like that to me is characterized the way that NaVi has played Dota throughout the open qualifiers. And granted, it was against open qualifier teams, but that always felt like they kind of had an understanding of what the enemy team was doing and then responded well to it.
This ward has done a ton of work up top. It's actually going to last the full duration by the top Radiant Tier 1. Spots the rotation in from Roger, so they back away. As Ramses was trying to kind of make a 2-hero play. And this mech is going to be done momentarily for Ramses now.
Roger, Easted's still looking for that first instance of Laguna Blade. And Blizzy would be a good target. It's not the easiest in the world to just walk up and RPM though. Especially since they do have that tree armor to back them up if things get a little bit too scary. Throw out the dagger, rotation onto Solo. He's got the grip if he needs to use it, and Well, they trade over the Nightmare. That means that Solo can just walk away. They bring in no one. They're going to go for the haunt play to try and get out of there, but they don't manage to escape with the Nature's Prophet. So he's going to go down. Crystallize in the meantime. Going to be back with the rest of his team. FN?
FN should be fine here.
I mean, Blizzy's chasing. he's trying to get him.
It's a lot of harass, though. I mean, it's like 75% of his HP.
And he can't really come back to lane now because the Necro is just going to sit there.
Well, he also has to be worried about like Treant Protector too.
Yeah.
Kind of showing up as well with the Nature's Prophet, so let's go for the Shrine. But at the same time, they were pushing mid the entire way, so tower for them. But Empowered Ember Spirit almost into his Maelstrom.
Okay.
And a couple smokes grabbed up now from the Radiant side. Want to get some use of this Lagoon Blade. Let's go. Drums for Roger. That's a pretty cool choice instead of rushing the Yules.
Huh.
We'll see if he actually goes for it. The Yules seem pretty good this game.
For now, he can just sit on that Windlace and feel pretty comfortable with it. Already gotten those Arcanes as well. But yeah, it's been kind of a an odd game so far. It's like Ramses has been able to do whatever he wants, and there hasn't really been that much pressure where NaVi are just trying to group together down bottom. Blizzy's gonna head top now, keep the pressure off of that tower. Is there anything that you feel like they need to get done now, like taking fights on NaVi, or do you think that they're kind of comfortable with the state of the game?
They are way more Roche focused than the Radiant side, so I think that would be something to be watching for. Just because you have a TA on your team, you want to be making space for the Spectre, but you also want to be using Necropos because Necro's like hitting a peak right now. So you want to be pushing towers as 5 or 4 in this case, and then waiting for the haunts to come through. So you want Aegis for that.
Doppelgangers to the low ground, but you will be able to just walk out of there. Has the Empower on the PL too, so extra little bits of farming gonna help out VP a heck of a lot.
I think Ramsey's choice of the mech is very interesting. I don't think there's a lot of people that would have built mech right there. Like Helm of the Dominator is available, gives you a lot of that HP regen, as well as just kind of a casual, very useful scouting tool, and various things you can go for, like purges or something versus the Necrophos, for example. Just an Alpha Wolf or something too. But the mech eventually into the Greaves, I think he might be considering for being against the Treant, so he can just get out the Overgrowth. But
mid lane magical. They're gonna grip him, and this is the strength of Bane. You just kill somebody, don't have an answer. Maelstrom done for Ember, and suddenly NaVi able to get another one onto Roger. They're scouting that one for a while with Chuvash.
Chu was just chilling under him. Chuvash thinking about the Meteor Hammer. So when I think about Meteor Hammer, I think about a game where I don't have enough heroes to split push, and I can kind of take advantage of that, or play, as BSJ would say, the dead lane, go to the dangerous part of the map and just constantly push it out. And he just bought a full urn, so thank God, because I do not think this is a game where you want to rush the Meteor Hammer, because I'm looking at his team and I'm seeing Nature's Prophet, and I'm seeing Templar Assassin traps, and I'm seeing a Spectre that wants a lane to herself too as she's being gone on. Haunts attempting to go to safety, she's on the Phantom Lancer. Oh, Crystallize gonna make it out. Quick fingers.
That's nice play. And meanwhile, bottom, it looks like they're going to be able to continue this battle a little bit. Blizzy's moving in. They slow down Solo, and with the TA in the area and having that Reaper Scythe available, it does look like... Oh, does he actually make sure that he can't get Reapered by it? All right. They might want to save it for other heroes anyways.
FN gets the tower top. Chu is nearby, but can't get anything. And that is indeed the full Greaves now done for Ramses. So no Blink Dagger, but just trying to make sure he can't be controlled up. And it's also a fantastic Greaves game in terms of the armor aura versus Templar Assassin and even Spectre a little bit. FN in trouble here.
Crystallizes in the area. Doppelgangers to the low ground. They see the Empower still on him. They've got him caught for the moment. The tree's summoned, so we can't go for the Quelling Blade play to try and get out of there. But with other heroes TPing in, it does look like they're going to call it good for now. FN. Doppelgangers away from that dagger. And even the RP on the other side. Snako. Just going to get skewered to the grave.
Yeah, I thought Magical might be moving over to actually try and get some TA traps onto that PL, but without her making the rotation, PL is going to be safe.
Well, 9-5, 3,000 gold lead so far for Virtus Pro, 18 minutes in. It's nothing to write home about completely, but it does sort of speak to the slow increase in net worth that they've been getting. If they can kill Blizzy here, it'd be pretty good for them, although he might be trying to bait this out himself, as they do have other heroes in the area. Chew nearby. They have the tree armor onto this Necropost, diving in for an FN there as well. They don't quite get into range with the overgrowth.
No, meanwhile,
Now,
top two. They will get the kill on the Crystallize.
All right, this is pretty bad. VP are kind of just rolling over NaVi right now, and they will possibly find this kill onto Solo, but I don't know. You just lost your Necro and the Spectre.
Yeah, it's kind of just like, how's that even happening, you know?
Yeah.
Finding these kills without even a Blink Dagger on the Magnus.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
There's not a whole lot of vision for the Dire side. Maybe that's part of it. Just that one that's kind of like fresh near the Ancients. Not a lot of security inside their own jungle or anything. They're trying with sentries, trying to spot where these observers are that are causing these problems, but it's mostly just kind of falling in there from the Radiant side. And I tip to Ramses for how great he's been.
Well, and even if you get that D ward on it, like if you kill the Spectre with the Grip and a Nightmare and like bringing in the Magnus.
Yeah, the ward did its job.
Exactly. And then we'll get this one dewarded, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So it was just a second ago, 3,000 net worth, ballooning up to 6K now. As Roger still have yet to see a Laguna Blade. It might be about that time here. Or Nightmare Haunt jumps in. The change tracks onto 2. He's walking away from this one. Roger getting body blocked in by the trees and eventually going to die.
Solo gonna go down with them.
No. They do lose a couple.
Didn't save him. Okay. Might be time for the Blink Dagger for Ramses. He's got the 2,200. Yeah, he's got the gold now. So now they can go for some smoke plays. Ramses, why aren't you walking over? Where are you going? Why aren't you buying a Blink Dagger? He
wants the battle.
Shop. I mean, I don't know what he's buying, but I guess he's not buying Blink.
Maybe he's going dataless. Oh.
Is it really worth getting another aura item over Blink? That is interesting.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, he's got ideas about how he wants to play this game, I guess, too. So we'll see.
Radiant's middle
Maybe he
tower
does go back
get
for
into
it.
the shop. All right, he's getting the Blink. We're saved. Oh my god. Ah. Come on. I just want to know.
Waiting on bated breath. So the one thing I want to mention about this, and the thing I'm like sort of having increasing anxiety about for Virtus Pro, is how many times have we seen the Spectre Radiance come online? You take one Haunt team fight and everything just falls apart. Like, is that a concern right now if you're Virtus Pro?
I mean, it's a better Radiance game than most. I feel like Radiance has fallen off quite a bit for the old Spectre. Feels like most people are going for like the Manta and the Diffusal now. But in this game, you're up against a PL, so there's some innate value there for the Radiance. Plus an Empowered buffer just means everyone's physical damage is being amped up, so just more mischance in general is good. Helps you farm, I would say, a little bit faster, helps you push a little bit better, but I could see it. I could see it. I feel like the main concern isn't so much like what items they have on the side of NaVi in terms of like their own damage output, because I feel like damage is kind of fine with like the TA and stuff. It's more about just trying to control this damn Ember, and that I'm not so sure about.
Yeah. It does feel like...
What is the answer?
It feels like it's a lot on the tree, but him finding like a root off of a punch or something, it's all predicated upon him hitting that overgrowth at the start, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty much all on tree to grab him, and we have the Blink now for Ramses.
He did it. You happy now?
He bought the normal item. I know, he scared me, man, when he just left the shop up top. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, man, he had better things to do. Maybe he needed a Radiance. That would have been really cool.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane, magical.
Dire structures are
Bane has a grip, but can't get into range for it. Don't know if F1 would have fully committed for that regardless. Probably go for that one if you can get a grip on her.
Radiant fortified these structures. Pretty good move if you ask me.
Top lane. Again, with this blink, could be a big moment for Virtus Pro.
They want that TA too. Like she just has no defensive utility right now.
They're baiting this out really well. The dodge there of the sleight of fist. Solo just gonna go for the straight up grip. They're trying to go for it, but the overgrowth, it connects down to Ramsey. He does have his blink dagger back up, misses the skewer, doesn't throw out the RP. What in God's name? He's just dead. All right. Oh, Nightmare save. Nice play. RP to turn it. Is it gonna work though? Magical still living. They jump in with the Ember, hitting on absolutely everybody. But there's the lift up with the Eul Scepter. Magical still going to fall. They take down the Nature's Prophet. They do eventually kill off two, and they lose the Ember. Unmitigated disaster.
God. At least he made some sort of a save out of that, because that could have been way worse.
Yeah, the Nightmare save was definitely clutch.
Oh, Ramses, poor guy. That overgrowth was pretty sick. Like suddenly he couldn't blink. He's like, okay, all right, it's fine. I'll just skewer in and I'll find it. By the time he skewered in, everyone had like perfectly Delta split, so there's no RP, and then he just gets sprouted and bursts down almost instantaneously. But then he came back in for one more Empower. That's how he died.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny.
Shuvash breaks the smoke and then gets dusted, but will not be found.
So it looks like in the end, because of just like comeback gold and everything, I think it's just almost completely even in that fight.
Yeah.
Just gonna plateau out as to nothing. So.
I mean, the thing that's scary though is that Crystallized didn't use Haunt, and now he has Radiance.
That's true. So things could be a little bit of a problem there for VP, but you also have to imagine that maybe they'll find a bit of a better start to a fight.
Yeah, that's true. No, no one. They have the sleep onto one. Still ready with the Haunt if they want to go with it. The battle getting ready to commence. They do have another overgrowth available as well. Magical. They use it to create a little bit of separation now. Crystallized going to walk into all of them and trying to burn through the real FN. Do they have enough for the Reaper's Sight? They don't quite have it off cooldown. Another 9 seconds is what they need. Having already lost the NP, they missed on the skewer back. And it looks like that's going to be the end of it for now, but RVP really going to pressure for more. Crystallized having already used the Haunt. They don't have another way to take this fight. Blizz needs to back out of here. Laguna Blade down, and they kill off the Spectre.
And they get the Necro too. Nice chase. They have a lot of reach between like the mag just like blinking forward and attempting skewers, and then obviously no one. And Ember Spirit's one of the best heroes in the game at that. He's like Puck on steroids, because instead of having Dream Coil on such a long cooldown, he just keeps sliding and chaining people.
You mean Puck, except not awful right now?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it.
I mean, all right, this one is, it's feeling rather rough. 10,000 net worth, they lose one. Okay.
Roger just got absolutely incinerated by a Templar Assassin with a Melt Strike, but yeah, that's life. It's okay. It's space created as they lose their mid-racks.
Yeah.
Solo, though, also going to join the club. He says, together in death, Romeo and Juliet.
Snako
Bane
found.
and Lena are a very cute couple. The skewer will secure the kill on the Snako.
Well, this one is definitely feeling like VP in complete and total control. NaVi, they have nice late game heroes, but it's kind of feeling like the window is shutting. If VP play it outright. Roche next, probably, yeah?
Yeah, Roche, and we ought to get the gem just purchased up by Roger, too. So, VP very much in the game right now. Just thinking about everything they gotta do. Blink Dagger for no one. I'd say like perfect itemization all around at the moment.
FN going for the Scotty, which I think is a little bit different than what we've seen more often nowadays. The heart pickup usually.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Pretty good, just helping me to control the TA. Snako caught in the tree line here.
That's not great.
Yeah, Glimmer not gonna save you with that fresh gem. And this gem also great for around the Roche pit. Start getting rid of these traps or scouting everything out. Alright, how do you take this Roche fight as the Dire? You need Haunt, and it is up now. We have Overgrowth, and we have a TA who's like 230 gold away from a BKB. That hurts.
Yeah, they'd love to be able to just jump in there with her, but It's really hard to do that. And well, there's the overgrowth, the skewer back in. They are going to be able to get the RP out, but it's only on to 1. The damage is being dealt, but is it going to be enough? Having already lost the tree and the Spectre completely isolated away from the rest of the teammates, the heals are not going to be enough. They managed to find the kill. FN very low for Magical, and they do manage to get the Reaper Scythe off. That kills this Ember as well.
Yeah, and
so
there's no
things starting to turn around.
No one won't be here for this fight.
So the buyback on the PL and the Lina, the question is that a waste now?
I know, RP available either. They take down Roshan and they jump forward. They will kill off Seneko, but Magical trying to take down Solo. He grips him on absolutely no HP. The sleep was on the other side of it, but they do manage to kill off that Bane. Still, NaVi, a big win there. It ends up being about like a 7,000 gold swing or something.
Yeah, that was 3 buybacks for the Radiant, only 2 for the Dire, and ends up being a dieback for Solo as well.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Well, suddenly you have an Aegis on TA, and Spectre is almost towards the first couple components of a heart. How many times have we seen Roche fights just be the bane of these teams?
This is not VP's day today. Oh, Seneko shows up where there's Alina.
Hello.
I just wanted to ward. And he is dusted though. This Glimmer will not save him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Magical.
Magical. Chase it forward. He drops it. The chase is going to be there. Roger trying to get out, but it's not going to happen.
Dude, that living armor. He got 3 damage into his block there. He would have been so dead.
Oh, man.
Very nice save from Shu.
And NaVi pressuring all of these lanes simultaneously. Ember's going to show up. Seneko has been Mr. Bait here the entire time, trying to run away. He's living yet again, and they're going to have the root that catches onto no one. They don't quite kill off. Seneko lives. The overgrowth, it's not going to be there in time. But they keep alive their Nature's Prophet. You know, this is what he was doing in the open qualifiers too. He was just like TPing into 5 heroes, and then they would like RP them all and then win the game. Like,
Okay.
he just doesn't care about his life anymore.
Let's see, just buy Eon Disc. That should be his next choice or something maybe.
I like it. I'd be down.
Radiant's
PL does decide to go back for the heart, the more normal build that we've seen.
Maybe after how that last fight went, he's go a little bit more standard.
Yeah.
Scotty would be like a I'm not dying build.
Gets the refraction off and then the blink away. The Magical. All fine and dandy. Top lane, Seneko again gonna escape from FN who dove him. And with that, FN has to back out again.
It is a
TP
pretty
for Smith.
unusual Nature's Prophet build, to say the least. Like, just, I mean, drums Glimmer, maybe, but just straight up Glimmer. It's interesting. I mean, it's support Prophet, so that's kind of the whole point of this support hero, is that he can do whatever, and he gets quite a bit of gold too, so he's open to itemizing for whatever the team needs. Maybe Force Staff isn't that great this game, so he just felt like the Glimmer was a better saving item during these team fights because of all the magic damage on the Radiant. And he's right, but it's also doubles up as being very effective for his split pushing. But Magical still has the Aegis here, and they're trying to burn through it, but not going to be necessary with the living armor and the help of Blizzy. Oh, and here again, there will be a nightmare for Solo to steal the banner, and he's out.
Nice play. They have Haunt available if something breaks off here, and they might think about
they're gonna
going
try and
on a
use
no
it.
one.
Yep.
Again, it's a little bit scary. He has that Yule Scepter to keep him alive. So they need to try and bait that one out. And, well, they can't get into range with the Reaper Scythe. That probably would have been the death of him.
Yeah, if they, anything else just forces the Yules, and then he just escapes, but they need the Scythe.
That's such a cool pickup for him. He goes back in again.
See
Gives
ya.
him a couple punches. That Desolator hit, though. Doink.
They don't have any detection down here if Ramses can get here. Oh, my mistake. Actually, they have that gem picked up from Roger. So that's actually a big deal because it means Ramses can't just initiate with Shadowblade.
Roger trying to run. Magical chasing. You get the Leech Seed. 3 hits and he's dead. And NaVi, after that big 1-team fight, they're taking towers. They're only 3,000 gold behind. And they're making the most out of this Aegis.
Yeah, this is ideal timing for them too. 45 seconds left on the Aegis. Haunt is available. And they want to force a big fight down here.
Magnus not with the rest of the team right now. Does have that Shadow Blade completed, but Magical Looking like he's just going to wait it out. And this has been the other build that we've seen out of the TA more often than not.
Yeah. Guess they're saying just to hold up because they're close to Heart and Scythe on two of their heroes, so they won't take that high ground fight.
Mag. Dead and gone. 110 seconds. No buyback.
Ramsey's been getting caught a lot between his Enigma and his Magnus. Just in situations where it seems completely unnecessary. Like, they just had a four-man push down bottom lane, and then suddenly no one pushes the tier 3, and yet somehow you still die next to their tier 2 top. This doesn't seem very characteristic of him. Especially when he has like a blink and a Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
Playing a bit too greedy.
I think that it's also like this type of a lineup, and the one that we saw in the last series too, where it's like that global scout that you have with Spectre, you have with Zeus. Granted, the Haunt has not been used to scout necessarily as much, as there is a grip. There's no Aegis here. They need to break this one.